just about live. All right, guys. Good morning. Sorry about that little cough there. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are well. Let me know if you can see me. Oh boy, music started again. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. And once we get that okay from you, we'll start our stream. I know we're just 2 minutes early, so we will start, I don't know, 9:31, 9:32, something like that. We'll start listening to the music. Like to wait for everyone to come. A lot of people are trying to come at 9:30 or they come 9:35. So we do have a bit of music to listen to today. Probably around 10 minutes of actual listening of music. Some pretty cool stuff. Whoa, just dropped my pencil. Going to be some different instruments today. You're going to see string instruments, you're going to see band instruments, and you're going to see a super special instrument that has to do with gloves. So something you've never seen before for sure. Something that's very, very cool. It's very, very different. And it involves lots of singing and electronic music. So pretty cool. Has nothing to do with strings, but I figured it'd be really cool to show you. If you have parents watching and listening, I'm sure that they might have heard this person. Her name is Imogen Heap. So if there's any parents out there, Imogen Heap, an incredible artist I think she's from the UK, or maybe she's Imogen's usually an Irish name. But anyway, let's just see what's in the chat here. What do we got? Okay. People can hear me. People can see me. It's 9:29. Yes, yes. Very good. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to get right into it in 1 minute. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Next week, we are going to have, so there's no special guest tomorrow. Sorry about that. Our special guest had to reschedule, and he is actually not a string player. Going to bring in actually a band person, someone that plays percussion, someone that plays the drums and plays all those cool instruments. So I wanted to show you some stuff about band. I mean, you have your band teacher and she teaches you, they don't teach you the cool stuff, but I just want to show you some cool band instruments, okay? And he's an amazing friend of mine. He actually is a musician that played for the, I think it was the Army or the Air Force. That's what it was. He's actually an Air Force musician. And he couldn't make tomorrow, so he's going to come next Friday. And actually, I went to elementary school with him, so it'll be a really cute story. And I'll tell you a really awesome story about how him and I hadn't seen each other for about 10 to 12 years. And we met when I was living over in Asia. Anyway, it's a really cool story. So he is going to play for us next week. So next Friday is going to be our last live stream, okay? And then school's over the following week. So that's how that is going to go. Still not sure about lessons next week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They might be canceled. We're getting called. Teachers are having a lot of meetings right now to plan for coming back to school in the fall for you guys and for us. So a lot of times we have these last minute meetings, unfortunately, and I have to get pulled in to be asked some questions and all this kind of stuff. So, all right. Some other people joined in. Hello, Emily. Jonah's here. Jonah, I got your message. I didn't get to see it, though. I needed to request permission. So I sent an email. I guess that's to your mom. She probably heard that if she's listening. Violet, hello. I saw your videos, Violet. They're awesome. Beautifully shot. Tell your dad, beautifully shot. It was a really nice setting where you were playing your cello, and I've got you in the video. That is all good. Yeah, it is a small world, Tony, and we'll talk about that story next Friday. All right, so unfortunately, we never got to play our concert, and something that's a bit of a tradition in Chatsworth is every third grader learns the same song called Boil 'em Cabbage Down, okay? And some of you have seen this video. I've showed it to you before, but it's a very cool video of some amazing musicians playing Boil 'em Cabbage Down. Now, the violinist was actually my violin teacher for 2 years. He was my violin teacher. So I only studied with him for 2 years, so I never got that good, especially as good as him, and that's Mark O'Connor. So he's going to be playing the fiddle. There's some other musicians in the band who I do not know, but I'm sure we could look that up. But the trumpeter of this next video that I'm going to show you is one of the most famous trumpet players to ever live. His name is Wynton Marsalis, and if you know anything about jazz music, you know this name. Wynton Marsalis is one of the best jazz trumpeters, and he's got a really cool looking trumpet. So just wanted to show you this awesome video of Boil 'em Cabbage Down. And yeah, let's get right into it. Here we go. Just got a couple, let's see, anyone? Yes, Jenica, Violet does play the cello. She is a third grade cello player. She's absolutely fantastic. You will see her next year when you're a 5th grader and she's a 4th grader. That'll be awesome. You guys can be sitting next to each other. Okay, let's get right into the video. Just a second. Boop.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have Mark O'Connor. He is the master of the American fiddle, and he is a movement unto himself. He's going to play one of the very earliest Afro-American fiddle.
Guys, can you hear him speaking okay? Just let me know if the volume's too loud or too soft. I mean, use your volume, but if it's still too soft, I can always put it louder. So just let me know.
Tunes. It's the first tune he ever learned. It's called Boil 'em Cabbage Down. Mark O'Connor. Mark O'Connor.
Isn't that crazy? Mark O'Connor, former teacher of mine, studied with him for 2 years. I had a really cool, when I was studying music down in Miami, I went to the University of Miami, go Hurricanes. And he wasn't my teacher every day for 2 years, but I kind of worked with him once a week, every 2 weeks. And he taught me a bit of the fiddle. And I teach that song to every single one of my students. So I think it's pretty cool. So in a way, you kind of learn that song through him, through me. And that's what teaching's all about. And I think that's a cool thing. So that's why I teach it to everyone. Everyone always asks me, why don't we learn this song all the time? And I know you don't talk like that. That's my generic funny accent voice. But yeah, that's why I learn it. I teach it to people because of Mark and how he inspired me. And he's an amazing fiddle player. He's made over 50 different CDs and albums. So I don't think people make CDs so much anymore. But you can check him out. His name is Mark O'Connor. He's really great. He has a whole camp. You can go to his music camps. I can put you in touch with him. Like I said, I know him personally. We couldn't get him on the live stream. There's no way we could get him to our live stream. We'd have to pay him a lot of money. Even though he's my teacher, a lot of musicians, big-time musicians like that, they tend not to do too many things for free. But that's because they're famous, I guess. Okay, another song. This is very different, okay? You guys might be like, whoa, what are we listening to today? But, part of what I like to teach you is not just orchestra stuff. I like to teach you about music education and why music's important and the other aspects of music than just playing the violin, viola, cello, bass. That's beautiful and that's great. My favorite instruments out there. But you need to see other music to be inspired by different styles so that if you're playing your violin or cello, you can start to use those different styles and it'll get your mind really thinking about some cool stuff. Okay. Let me just check the comments because I wasn't looking over there. Cool. People liked it. So Daphne, fiddle and violin is used interchangeably. I guess it's like saying the word t-shirt and shirt. That's a bad analogy. But it's like a slang term. Like, you know how some people say the refrigerator, or for short, you'll be like, oh, hey, what's in the fridge? It's kind of like that. A lot of times when people say violin, they mean classical music, like the music you hear on a concert hall. But a lot of times if someone's like, grab your fiddle, maybe they're thinking of the type of music that we just listened to, some like bluegrass or some fiddle music, country style music, or jazz uses the word fiddle quite often, but you could also use the word violin. It's even like the string bass versus the double bass versus the bass, right? So there's just many different ways to say it, but I like to use fiddle. It's just a cute word, and it's a little bit of a slang term. Okay, this next artist is named Imogen Heap. Okay, different name. Okay, I'm going to type it for you so you know. And she's very different, this woman. She's a very eclectic. You probably don't know what that word means, but she's a little out there. And not in a bad way. She's just a very creative person, okay? And she's a beautiful singer, and she sings and plays piano. And a lot of times she likes to sing and put her voice through basically a computer. So it sounds a little more distorted, or it sounds a little more interesting. So she usually sings concerts and has like all these different dials that will change how her voice sounds. And she said, well, let's just listen to her. Enough of me talking. That's the problem. Too much chatting. All right, here we go. Ready? Check this out. So she's going to talk about her instrument, and her instrument are her gloves. She has designed these gloves for every wave of the hand. Oh, that was wrong. Here. Every wave of the hand will make certain noises. Every finger will make different noises. If she does this position, if she does this, all these different hand symbols will do different things with her voice. And she is much better explaining it than me because, well, that's not my instrument. So check it out.
Some people know me because I'm very interested in blockchain technology, what it can do for the future of the music maker ecosystem and beyond. And some people know me for specifically around these gloves. Some people don't even know that I make music, but they know about these gloves. So these gloves are called the Mimu gloves, and I've done a lot of touring in my life, and I've had to carry around a lot of gear with me. And sometimes I just want to do something really simple, like I want to record my voice, or I want to add some reverb, or I want to like tweak something that I'm playing on a synthesizer in order to add change a filter sound, like make something go whew, or maybe I want to pan something around the room. And in order to do that, if you're panning something around the room and you're not using the gloves, you have to use what's called a pan pot. And so you have to go left, right. And, when you're on stage, it's not the most expressive thing to do, to go like, eek, eek. So I was just hankering so much for be able to kind of reach into the software that I love inside my computer, but without having to stand next to it and having to look like I'm doing my emails when I'm making my music. So what we have here, and I'm just going to test it's working. I'm just got my. I'm not going to use my effects yet. So you might be able to see on the camera, but not you. But over here you can see fist, puppet hand, open hand, 1 finger point, 2 finger point, secret finger, pinch, and rock sign. And you can choose whatever postures you want. We've developed this software called Glover. And you can also see lots of things kind of moving around on the screen. And essentially I'm like kind of like an aeroplane. I've got pitch, I've got yaw, and I've got roll. So combining these along with directions that you can also have up, down, left, right, kind of specific points that you can reach. And then you also have accents, so you can hear like this, and slap, which is quite fun. So I'm going to sing you a song, but first of all, I'm just going to demonstrate. I won't go into too much detail, but I've essentially got different scenes in here. So you can have different mappings that will access different things inside my software. So basically, right now, I am going to just do this, and then I am recording my voice. Do this, and then so I've made a loop. Recording my voice, and do this. You might hear it a bit over there. I am recording my voice, and a bit over there, and then hopefully I am recording. And then I'm going to delete that just by dropping my hand, so it's not there anymore. But I can record it again. Okay, there it's gone. And so when I often do this, and I actually did it in when we were rehearsing, and I forgot that I didn't have my gloves on, and I still did this movement, which has become second nature. So when I want a reverb, I go into secret finger. And then over here, secret finger is 0. And when I go over here, I've got a really long reverb. And I've got reverse. On my right hand. Oh, right hand. Right hand. Doesn't really sound like right hand. Anyway, so there we go. So now I'm gonna play you a song. I'm gonna play you a song with my glove. And so...
All right. Excuse me. So that's her explaining it. The song is quite long, so I'm just going to fast forward just a little bit, and then we're going to listen to it, and then we'll be finished. If you guys have any questions, you can always ask me. I'm just going to fast forward to the last few minutes of the song, because it gets a little drawn out. Now, this song's really beautiful, okay? It kind of sounds meditative, so I think it's a great song for the morning. So just try to calm down when you're listening to this song. I sometimes close my eyes, and it's a really, really, it's a beautiful song. So it's called Hide and Seek, and let's take a listen. Here we go.
Take over the sweeping insensitivity of this still Well, of course you did. Oh, what you said, that you
just what we need. Well, of course it is. Oh, what you say? That's just what we want. Well, of course it is. Oh, what you say? That's just what we need. Well, of course it is. When some notes keep falling on your mouth, mid-sweet talk, newspaper accounts. Speaking of feeling, no, I don't believe you. You don't care a bit, you don't care a bit. Thank you, everyone.
Isn't that really cool? I mean, it's amazing the technology that's come out with music. I mean, you couldn't do this, years ago. So yeah, Imogen Heap, she's amazing. I'm sure some of your parents know her. She's a bit older, so of course you guys wouldn't know her. But I do want to show you a little bit of that song. We're just going to listen to one thing. Now this is going to there's a little bit of a copyright issue if I play this song, but I think it'll be fine. It doesn't matter if they delete the stream after. That's not what it's about. I don't care if these videos are up after. What I care about is just showing you some cool music. So there's no problem in showing it to you, but this is the same exact song played by a quartet with an extra cello and the piano. Check it out. So this is that same exact song, and just people did a cover of it. So they wrote out the parts for violin, viola, cello, and piano. So just check this out. We'll watch it for a little bit. I don't want to put it on too much because I have these copyright problems, that's not the right one. Yeah, isn't that really cool, Tilly? I think it's beautiful singing. So check us out. The exact same song, but with orchestra instruments. Check it out. Anyway, so you should listen to that on your own because I can't really put the whole thing on the live stream or they'll shut the live stream down, which is not fun. But don't worry, nothing bad happens. Some people think, oh no, Mr. Crumble's in trouble. Not really. So I'll put all three of those links in the weekly orchestra links, or maybe I'll even put them in the Google Classroom. I'll put them on both so you can listen to that. It's absolutely beautiful music. And with such a crazy time in our lives right now, with all this uncertainty, sometimes it's really nice to just sit down, close your eyes, listen to some really beautiful music, and just forget about all of the crazy stuff that's happening and what you have to do today and all that. So make sure you find some time to just check yourself out, listen to some music, and go about your day. You'll feel a lot better, especially if you're about to go do something, pretty strenuous, or you're about to go do a lot of work. Maybe just come on in and just listen to some music. All right, guys. So tomorrow we're not having a guest artist. He had to reschedule, so that'll be next Friday. Be on the lookout for any notifications in our Google Classroom. Miss you guys. Oh boy, hold on. Whoops. Miss you guys and hope to see you soon. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can send me a message. You can email me. You can contact me on Google Classroom, all that stuff. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream. And if you have any questions, I'll stick around in the chat and type to you if you have a few questions. But have a great rest of your weekend. The weather is getting really warm. Put on those air conditioners, jump in the pool, put some sunscreen on, and don't forget to give your parents a big hug. These are some crazy times that we're getting through, but we're going to get through it. And I will see you next time.